Hello, brilliant minds and curious souls. Welcome back to Universal Consciousness. Today, we're diving into a topic that's going to bend your perception of reality a little bit: the observer effect. Now, before you click away thinking this is some super dense physics lecture, stick with me. We're going to explore this concept in a way that's both mind-blowing and relatable. So what exactly is the observer effect? In its simplest form, it's the idea that the act of observing a phenomenon inevitably changes that phenomenon. It's like trying to measure the air pressure of a balloon. The very act of putting the gauge on the balloon changes its pressure slightly. Have you ever wondered if just by watching something, you're changing it? This isn't just a spiritual idea, it's also a scientific one. Welcome to the observer effect, where physics and consciousness meet. Now you might be thinking, okay, that makes sense for balloons and gauges, but how does this get mind-blowing? It is a creative force. You are not separate from the universe. You are a co-participant in its unfolding. At the subatomic level, particles like electrons don't behave like tiny little billiard balls. Instead, they exist in a kind of probabilistic cloud, a superposition of all possible states. They don't have a definite position or momentum until we measure them. And here's where it gets wild. The act of measurement, the act of observing, forces that particle to choose a state. It's important to remember that this effect is primarily observed at the quantum level. We don't see everyday objects suddenly changing just because we look at them. Your coffee cup isn't going to morph into a teacup just because you're observing it. But the observer effect has profound philosophical implications. It challenges our classical understanding of reality. It suggests that reality isn't just out there, waiting to be discovered, but that our interaction with it, our very act of observation, plays a role in shaping it. Think about it. In science, it highlights the challenges of objectivity. Can a scientist ever be truly separate from the experiment they are conducting? In our daily lives, while not a direct quantum effect, there's a subtle parallel. How often do we change our behavior when we know we're being watched? Think about how you act differently on camera versus when you're alone. The observer in this case is a social one, but the principle of altered behavior due to observation is there. In self-awareness, the act of observing our own thoughts and feelings can actually change them. When you consciously reflect on an emotion, it often loses some of its power or intensity. So what do we need to know? You are never powerless. It's a beautiful, humbling, and utterly fascinating concept that reminds us just how much we still have to learn about the universe and our place within it. Understanding the observer effect, both scientifically and spiritually, opens a gateway to conscious living and inner transformation. Remember, what you observe, you energize. What you energize, you materialize. In quantum physics, the observer determines whether energy appears as a wave or a particle, whether a potential becomes a reality. Spiritually, this means your thoughts, focus, and attention create the experiences you live. This will help you begin to manifest more intentionally with clarity, peace, and alignment. Instead of being emotionally hijacked by every situation, you learn to witness it. This is the power of the spiritual observer, the one who sees without attachment. In daily life, this looks like taking a breath before reacting in anger. Witnessing your thoughts without believing all of them. Seeing challenges as growth invitations, not punishments. You create space for transformation and step into your higher self more consistently. The observer effect brings you back to the present moment, the only place where reality truly unfolds. When you're fully present, you notice subtle synchronicities and intuitive nudges. You stop reliving the past or fearing the future. You open to the miraculous flow of life. You develop inner peace and connect with your spiritual essence, what some call the soul, the higher self, or pure awareness. We are entering a time of awakening, where collective consciousness is rising. Understanding the observer effect aligns you with this new frequency where thoughts are seen as creative tools. Inner alignment is more important than external control. being is more powerful than doing. Knowing this helps you join the wave of conscious as co-creators, contributing to a new Earth rooted in love, unity, and awareness. If you want to apply this on your daily routine, these are some key steps. 1. Start your day with observation. Before checking your phone, observe your thoughts. Set a loving intention. Use the power of pause. In moments of tension, pause and observe your emotional state. Don't react, respond. 3. Focus on gratitude. Shift your observer lens to what's going right. What you focus on grows. 4. Practice meditation or journaling. These help you separate the observer from the egoic mind. 5. Visualize your desired reality. Feel it, observe it mentally, and embody it now. Keep this in mind as you journey the observer effect. You are not just a wave in the ocean, you are the ocean becoming aware of itself. Understanding the observer effect is not just about science or spirituality. It's about waking up to your true role in the universe, a conscious being, creating with love, awareness, and presence. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Universal Consciousness signing out.